Picture waking up every single morning with that heavy sensation right in your chest. You know the one, that unmistakable feeling of just being trapped, like you're running a race on a treadmill that literally never stops. Well, in this explainer, we're going to dismantle that treadmill entirely. Let's talk about the 5 laws of wealth. It's this quiet desperation shared by millions of professionals today. I mean, think about it. You've got the expensive degree hanging proudly on your wall, yet your bank account remains stubbornly, frustratingly stagnant. You are actively trading your absolute most valuable asset, which is your time, for a paycheck that vanishes almost the second it hits your account. It's exhausting, right? Okay, let's dive into this, because what you're feeling are the invisible chains of a 40-year plan that honestly was never designed for your freedom. You were promised that working hard until retirement was the ultimate formula for a happy life. But this whole quiet desperation thing, that's the steep price for participating in a system that taught you exactly how to work, but completely failed to teach you how to win.
See, school prepares you to earn a living. It teaches you math, science, history, the basics. But to actually thrive in the real world, you need to understand the fundamental laws of money. And these are laws the traditional system completely ignores. So you enter adulthood highly educated in your specific profession, but practically functionally illiterate in the language of wealth, just totally subservient to this endless cycle of earning and spending.
Here is a hard truth. Income alone will never make you rich. Seriously, let that reality sink in for a second. You could have endless zeros on your paycheck, but it absolutely will not guarantee your freedom. This is exactly why we see highly paid doctors, lawyers, and even professional athletes frequently facing bankruptcy. They're competing in a high-stakes game where they don't even know the rules the ultra-wealthy are playing by. And that brings us to the very first law, the asset accumulation rule. Wealth isn't determined by how much you earn, but by what you keep and invest wisely. You have to radically shift your energy here. You need to transition from being a mere consumer of things to an actual owner of production. It's about acquiring assets that put money into your pocket while you are literally fast asleep. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the profound difference between the illusion of wealth and true, quiet financial power. Liabilities, the luxury cars, the designer clothes, the latest gadgets. People buy these to appear successful, but they just drain your pockets every single month. True assets, on the other hand, like businesses, stocks, rental properties, and digital products, these generate consistent income regardless of what you're doing. So stop chasing the illusion and start owning the asset. Which leads us directly to law number 2, the priority of self-payment. Think about how most people handle their paycheck. They pay their landlord, the credit card company, the utility bills, and then they just sort of cross their fingers and hope there's a tiny fraction left over for their future. That is a critical mistake. Financially successful people entirely reverse this process. The absolute priority is saving and investing your money before spending a single dime on anything else. It's a beautifully simple, highly disciplined flow. Step 1, you earn your income. Step 2, you immediately and automatically divert at least 10% straight to your investments. Step 3, you live on whatever is left. This exact discipline creates a vital gap between your income and your lifestyle. And inside that gap, that is where exponential financial growth actually happens. By enforcing that 3-step rule, you're doing so much more than just hoarding cash. You're actually building a towering wall of protection around your family. You are constructing an economic fortress that no layoff, no recession, and absolutely no economic storm can knock down. The deep emotional security this creates, it's infinitely more valuable than any luxury item you could ever buy. All right, moving on to law number 3, the mastery of high-income skills. Look, a formal degree might open a door for you, but it absolutely does not guarantee your freedom. What does guarantee freedom is your ability to adapt to modern demands. You must relentlessly invest your time into learning valuable, high-leverage tools that permanently and drastically multiply your earning potential. We all know technology moves at a breakneck pace, but specific abilities remain completely immune to obsolescence. Think artificial intelligence, high-ticket sales, digital marketing, content creation, and high-level problem solving. Mastering these allows you to generate serious capital regardless of your formal background. These are the crucial tools of the modern architect. So the crucial point is, the core objective here is to scale your income without scaling your hours. By mastering these high-income skills, you can build something once and sell it endlessly. Whether it's an AI prompt pack, a Notion template, or a comprehensive digital guide that solves a real problem, you are permanently breaking that chain of trading 1 hour of your life for 1 hour of pay. Once that income begins to scale, you apply law number 4,
Compound leverage. Often called the eighth wonder of the world, this is the invisible, unstoppable force where money, invested consistently, earns returns on your previous returns. The secret here isn't necessarily having massive capital, it's time. Starting early mathematically beats trying to invest massive amounts of money later on.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how it works. Year one always shows a modest, almost frustratingly slow beginning. But by year 10, and especially by year 20, that growth curve explodes exponentially upward. Small, seemingly insignificant financial habits, repeated consistently over decades, produce extraordinary results. To the uninformed, it looks like pure magic. To the disciplined, it's just basic, beautiful financial physics. It all distills down to that profound old metaphor. Plant a tree today so you can sit in its shade 20 years from now. Time and patience are the ultimate leverage. This is exactly how ordinary, everyday workers transform themselves into masters of the financial universe. They don't rely on getting lucky. They rely on the unstoppable math of time. Finally, we arrive at the fifth law, the security of multiple streams. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. Relying on a single paycheck from a single employer is the absolute most dangerous financial risk you can take in the modern world. You are literally one bad quarter, one corporate restructuring away from zero. You must aggressively diversify. Let's move to and see how this builds, because you build a bulletproof financial life through ecosystems of income. We're talking businesses, stock dividends, book royalties, and digital assets. By packaging your existing knowledge into online courses or graphic templates, you create products that continue to generate value long after you step away from the keyboard. Multiple streams eliminate risk and give you ultimate, unshakable control. This all requires a massive psychological shift. The traditional system wanted you to be a worker, head down, quietly desperate, chained to that 40-year plan. But your mindset is the only thing shaping your reality right now. Stop being a worker, start being an architect. It is time to leverage these 5 laws to design, build, and own your own digital empire. I'll leave you with this. Your wealth is not a matter of luck. It is the direct result of the smarter decisions you choose to make every single day. The laws of wealth are right here, laid out in front of you. So the only question left is, are you going to stay running on that treadmill, or will you step off and start building your empire today?